Hey friends, this is a get to know me, and I'm going to do it in parts. And I'm going to do it in parts as what my bio says. So, this is going to talk about my Christianity and my faith. This also includes my testimony. I grew up in a Christian family, and we are Baptists. Went to church every Sunday, Wednesday. But as I grew older, there was something different going on in my life, which is I couldn't explain it. How I acted, how I was, couldn't explain it. It wasn't until we went to church camp that my counselor is actually a psychologist, therapist. But she saw me and was watching me, seeing how I was doing, and she figured it out. She told my parents, because my parents were there, because they were serving in the ministry at that time, that I may have autism. And my parents kicked themselves for not doing this earlier, because back in their day, it wasn't a thing. But they wish they would have done it sooner. Because I act different, I think different than anyone else. So I need to be treated different. In a good way. Autism's not bad. It's just a different way. With that being said, I will get into that whole autism thing later. But I didn't want to go to church. I didn't. I'm going to be truthful, I didn't. I battled with my relationship with God for a long time. I would make excuses not to go. I would even lie saying I'm not feeling good, which I felt fine. I battled my demons for a while. And I graduated high school, 2013, which I shouldn't have because I'm not academic. I suck at it. I got an F in chemistry, and since it wasn't a required subject, I got to graduate with my friends, which some of them aren't my friends anymore. Then I started working. I think it was my second or third job. That's where I met Carl, my husband, which I will get into another video. But as became an adult, my mom technically couldn't force me to go to church anymore. So I just stopped going altogether. And I was miserable. And it wasn't till the Christian TikTok community, watching Christian videos, watching Christian creators talk about all this Christianity stuff, that it finally hit me. I mean, my mom couldn't even get through to me. And she's my biggest cheerleader. I struggled so hard I've been depressed. I've been anxiety and stress. And I couldn't think why. And I've been this way for, I want to say, for years. I've been jealous of my brother and sister and how much they've grown, how much better their life is than mine. They have a great job. Ashley's teaching science at our school where she graduated from. And it's ironic because she doesn't like people. She's not a people person. But she's a teacher for the high school. But it's science. Science is what she loves. Physics, chemistry. She loves it. And she's doing great. And here's my brother, my older brother. My sister's younger than me. He is a manager. You have the store manager, and then you have that manager underneath. That's what Michael is. He's doing fantastic. And he didn't start out there. He started as just an employee. And he grew from there. He's doing an amazing job. Although sadly, he is not going to church. He's not following Christ. He is a Christian. But after his friends started having their lives and going to their new churches, he stopped going. He's fallen out of God, which I pray that that God gets to his heart and that he gets back into it. But yeah, I've been jealous how good they've been doing. And I kept thinking, God, what am I here for? What am I good at? Yeah, I do diamond painting, but anyone can do that. I kept thinking, what am I good at that no one else is? I'm not like anyone else, but my sister and brother mostly. Because my brother and sister could do diamond painting if they wanted to. It's not that hard. And I had TikTok for a bit. People started following me even though I didn't have videos, which I thought was weird. But I am thankful for that. And it was actually, her name is Impulse Approved, who got me to finally post a video. And then I kept posting and gaining more followers, going to these lives that have gained, you can go on there and say, hey, I'm following you, follow me back, follow me back. I've gained a lot of followers since then, and it's been great. And it wasn't until, like I said, I started watching Christian TikTok that it hit me. I am a child of God. I am a princess because I'm the daughter of a king. Sorry if you can hear my daughter. She's just playing in her room. And I also found this on Temu, which I absolutely love. I am who he says I am. I am enough. I am free. I am complete. I am his. I am a child of God. I am saved. I am in a new creation. I am a warrior. Warrior. I am wonderfully made. I am chosen. I am loved, forgiven, a friend, and I am known. I don't have a lot of friends. I have one bestie. That's Sarah. We became besties in high school and have been ever since. But this whole time I believed that I was ugly. Because I'd never had a boyfriend in my life. No guy was ever interested in me. And I'm still wondering why I have a husband. Still wondering that. And I'll make him for a detail about my husband. He has a good story to tell. But it isn't until I really got back into God's Word that I know that I am beautiful. I am loved. And I found so many new friends on here. Even if we're just strangers, I feel like I have friends. And this is what I feel like God has finally called me to do. Is to create content. To become a content creator. And once I finally learned that, that's what God had for me. Because until I finally put my faith and relationship in God, that's when it clicked that He put me here for this. Until I finally got into God's Word again, I was stuck. Like I said, I was in so deep depression that I was jealous and angry. And I was believing all these lies that Satan had for me. It wasn't until I met TikTok and the Christian community that it changed me. I'm starting to have my devotions every night. And it's sad to say that I've done this multiple times where I say, okay, I'm going back in God's Word, I'm doing all this, doing all that. But not even a week or two later, I would fall out. And then a while later, I get back into it. Said, okay, God, this is it. I'm getting back into your Word. I'm starting to become a new Christian. But then I fall out again. I've done this several times. Until this time. This time, it grabbed me, shook me. God died for me. He took that cross, even with all the beatings and the... One second. Okay, sorry, my daughter. I don't even know where I left off. But yeah. Now, will I never be depressed again? Sadly, no. I will sometimes. But just knowing that God is there, He hasn't forsaken me. It's just an amazing feeling. Getting back into God's Word, because, oh yeah, that's right. It was about the cross. And the fact that Jesus took the beatings and the insults. All the blood. And the fact that He still took that heavy cross. For us. Because we're sinners. Yeah, I see you, Maya. It still amazes me how God did all that for us. And sadly, we still sin. until the Lord comes, we will all still sin. We'll all make mistakes. But it's only through God that we are made whole. And if you keep going in God's word and memorizing it and putting it to your life, that it'll be easier for not to sin. Easier for you not to sin. Again, will you still sin? Yes, because we're all born sinners. But it'll be easier not to because we're in God's word. We're in the presence of God, having a relationship with him, having faith in him. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you, TikTok, for the Christian community. And the fact that there's so many Christians on here is mind-blowing. I did not expect all that. But I have a new found faith in God. And pray for me as I go through this new Christian journey, that I won't give up. And if I miss a day, I just get back into it. That it won't discourage me. Satan getting back into me. Saying, see, you fell out because you're really not worthy of him. Yeah, I am worthy of God. I am. So, this is part 1 of my Christianity. And now I'm going to tell you my testimony. That when I was 7, we were in church, and our pastor was speaking about heaven and hell. And as a 7-year-old, talking about hell is scary. It's scary. I don't want to go to hell. I don't. So when we got home that day, I went to my mom, or with my dad, and I asked to be led to the Lord. And I got saved that day. And no matter how much I sinned, no matter how many times I fell out of a relationship with God, I'm still a Christian. I'm still saved. And it just amazes me how we don't have to, even if we sin, we don't have to go back and say, God, please save me again so that when you come back or if I die, I go to heaven. You just have to do it one time. You just have to pray that salvation prayer one time to be saved. And it still amazes me that we don't have to keep doing that salvation prayer when we sin every time. Well, hopefully you made it to the end of the video. If you did, repost it, comment, like it, and I'll see you in part 2 when I talk about me becoming a wife. Bye. God bless.